My beloved friends, in reality, it is easy to make the turn to choose to live in the truth of love, to step free of every illusion, especially the illusion of fear, and to stand open-hearted and joyous in the garden of the awakened spirit, receiving the breath of God. In reality, you are part of a circle of love that cannot be broken, that is so strong that it is made of the universe and is supported by the continual birthing of God into the beauty you are. In truth, you are ever and always free and whole. You are the expression not only of freedom, but of astounding creativity. You are limitless, magnificent, beautiful, and never-ending, and made to be continually amazed at new revelations that are coming to you in every moment. It is easy to say yes, to be free to live this love, and yet I know that oftentimes I can feel extremely difficult, as if you know the sparkling beauty is right beyond your reach, and yet something keeps it hidden from you, behind the veil of the ego, no matter how much you want it or how many times you decree the truth. This is because you are addicted to the little mind. You are mesmerized, hypnotized, and brought into its fold. You have been programmed and manipulated into believing its view of the world. So now it is time, my beloved friends, to take a stand. It is time to create the greatest support group of all. It is time to create what we could laughingly call Little Minds Anonymous. Because in your heart there is strength. When hearts are joined together in common purpose, nothing can stand in the way. This threshold that you have come to, that is the birth of unity, is hallmarked by the gathering together of all of you into a unit, sharing the common purpose of love. The greatest purpose to begin with is to step free of the limited mind, to step free of all the images of the illusory world, especially of yourselves as limited and at the mercy of forces outside of you. So I'm here to encourage you to come together to build your strength, to recognize that perhaps you have been fooled, and to take a different approach. It is time to support each other in finding a balance, in reaching for help and opening the heart, and it is time for each of you to be the one example of what it means to be the presence of God, the heart of the Creator in its fullness, right here in the world. As you recognize your ability to stand firm in the heart, to open up the corridors of communication, to bathe in the beauty and the endless light of the great I Am, each of you becomes truly a living magnet. You become the vibration of love so real, so powerful, and so dedicated that wherever you stand, God is present, and anyone whom you touch is given the opportunity to taste the freedom as well. As you recognize your ability to call on the strength of God, to tap into the vibration of the living heart of God, you also recognize your ability to radiate the presence of love, and thus to replace the vision of duality simply by being love. All who feel the truth may also choose to be free, assist each other to delve deeply into the heart, and to find there the great connecting power of love that gives you the ability to touch all that is, to experience all aspects of the creative love intently, and to be so powerful, alive in the now moment, that time cannot exist in your presence. Everywhere you are, there is only love. So come together to recognize the truth, to see the ways you are enticed by the little mind, the ego, and to help each other make the choice to live fully in and as the heart. Feel the wondrous vibration of love, allowing you to truly become a citizen of the universe, the full presence of the Creator's heart. The blossoming of true joy and the expression of the holy breath that is ever and wholly now. Once this is anchored in you, once this becomes your focus and your reality, dear friends, then simply by being who you are, everyone around you is set free, and a great silence is birthed into the world through the vehicle of your own open heart, that more and more may turn away from the enticing illusions of the duality play and bathe in the presence of only love. In this way, you expose this unified field of endless life that is the truth of the world now being discovered and ready to be lived. It is hard to imagine just how powerful one heart in attunement to God can be, and it is beyond the capacity of the little mind to picture how deeply connected you are to all things, that the universe may birth itself in every moment. The heart finds it easy to accept that you can live an unlimited life beyond the bounds of time, that you can choose to reverse the flow of events, that you can burst the illusion of duality here and now, that you can be so committed to the truth that nothing else can manifest around you or in the world. Yes, to do this takes practice. Think of all the years you've lived believing the world is a certain way. Now you know it is different, but the mind must also change, accepting its true station as a servant of the heart and nothing more. Consciousness is very different from thinking, and each of you who has found yourself free of the mind's limitation has experienced the difference, the joy of pure and endless awareness of the movement of light, the expression of the creative experience, the blossoming of true understanding that is beyond multidimensional. This is the true home of understanding, not the realm of thought. So I want you to know that you can drop the identity that is built in the mind with impunity, knowing you will not be diminished, but rather enhanced in your ability to be the fully awakened heart, living in perfect harmony in the whole of God. It is easy to know the truth, to become the bright and exploding light, moving through the cosmos in communion with it all, solely able to communicate because of the gift of love knowing itself. And yet, as you open this door of the real and glorious consciousness, it requires releasing the illusion of the thinking mind and the ego that holds you to such a small perspective of who you are. I walk those cosmic byways effortlessly, dancing through the birth of stars, embracing the expanding holiness, feeling the majesty of our Creator's love, dissolved in the unity of all of this. Yet all the while I am completely aware of God being with me, expressing this glorious aspect of love, creating the heart that I am and granting me effortless communion and continual bliss as the perfection of love. I am capable easily of being with you, reaching out this hand of light, revealing to you this path of love that I have walked, even while experiencing shooting stars of the awakening cosmos and dancing to the birth of new worlds of possibilities of love. What I am seeking here is to show you who you are and where you focus when you turn from the limited view of the illusion of duality, that you might be the consciousness for the birth of a world of grace, this world right here, right now, ready to express the light of all the Creator's love. So isn't it worth it to put forth the effort to break the addiction to the little mind, no longer succumbing to the enticement of the pull of the ego, to be entertained with the images of a world of two powers? Every time you are drawn to watch a movie, to read a book that contains images of duality, you are under the influence, beloved friends, under the influence of the egoic mind that wants to feed you, to feed your addiction, to keep you under its power and keep you creating its world and not yours. So, dearest friends, help each other to stand firm against the enticement. Give each other your strength that you might each find the ability to say no to one more story, one more image of the old world, and trust me, you no longer need to fill up your time. This is another of the lies of the little mind, that you will be bored without the enticement of being entertained somehow. When you come into the moment, you are love. You are whole, fully alive, indivisible, exquisitely made, completely ecstatic, totally united with the whole of God. Believe me, you will not be bored. When you come to these crossroads, take a breath and be love. Be willing to let yourself fly free, that you might then stand as the heart of God with such magnificent vibration that you are greater than the force of nature, that your presence simply erases the illusion of duality, and by your presence you create a zone of freedom that frees all those in spiritual proximity and creates a magnetic draw for others. Whatever you do, Please don't become entangled in a war with the little mind, allowing it to make you guilty, enticing you to participate in the illusion of duality, and then haranguing you for not being strong enough to resist. Rather, simply love it. Love the moment and all that is attached, and trust that this love will not only free you, but will dissolve the illusions of the ego, creating the same space of freedom. The more return to the heart, the more the hold on the little mind is broken. The easier it becomes to step into position and to embrace this glory, this love. It is the love of God that sweeps through the cosmos. Every perfect heart is illumined. Every life is lifted up, and all creation knows its Creator. Nothing is more important, more valuable, more beautiful, or more fulfilling. It is how you are made, my dearest friends, to live in continual communion with God and all the Creator's aspect, in sweet and intimate communication, and in the sweeping glory of wholeness and unity. Every bit of which just shows how much you are eternally loved, and truly that love is endless. So please, come and take my hand. Let me be your biggest supporter. Let me lead you step by step in how to break free from the little mind's addictions, that you might truly appreciate the beauty of the real world around you. All of the Creator's gifts that are yours to embrace and to hold, yours to live and yours to celebrate. And more than anything, yours to give that others may also discover what it means to be full to overflowing and filled with every joy. Whatever you call me, dearest friends, I am your brother, the Christ which you are as well. Whatever you call me, please call me, for I am here. I am a multidimensional being of love. I am everywhere at once, just as God is. I can tell you through my experience how it feels to live the truth, and I am anxiously awaiting the opportunity to be with you. So be it.